Hey everyone, it is Ashley from Going Crochezy, and today I am going to see how many otters I can make in 1 hour. I'm thinking I can do like two because they do take a little bit longer because they are a little bit more detailed and a little bit larger than my other items. But this past, today, I did a market and I sold two of these guys at my market and I sold two of these guys at my last market. So I only have this one left and I really love this pattern. I love making him. I think he's just so cute. So I am going to be restocking him. And so I figured I would take you along as I restocked him so I could show you how many I can make in 1 hour. I'm actually almost out of this color for the top part of his head, and I'm not sure how much more. I mean, it doesn't take all that much. I have plenty of my sand, so it's Bernat Baby Blanket Sand. Baby Sand is called. And then I pulled this out as well. This is my Loosened Threads Sweet Snuggles Light. I'm going to see, it's Winter White. So I am gonna start with this first because this is like perfect to me. And then I'm gonna do this combination after if I run out of this one. I'm not really sure what this one is. Maybe like a vintage white or something. It's definitely not white. Oh, it might be almond, Bernat Blanket Almond, but I am not 100% sure on that. But yeah, so that's all I have left. So I'm gonna work with that first. Hopefully I don't have to frog halfway through the top of the head if I run out. And today I am also going to use, I'm gonna go for, I can't remember if I used my 5mm or my 4.5mm hook. So I'm gonna start with the 4.5, see how big in comparison it is, and if it seems smaller than this one, I'm gonna switch to my 5 for the next ones. So I have that. I just have to go grab my scissors in my bag that I brought to my market. I have my needle to sew. I have my polyfill. And I also need to go grab some black yarn for the little Tinos. And I'm going to use, let me see, I have to double check. I think it's 14mm eyeballs, but I just want to double check. Nope, it's going to be my 16mm safety eyes for his face. So my 16mm, and then I'm gonna get started. So enjoy watching me crochet. Enjoy watching me crochet some otters as George lays on top of me as usual. He's like completely obsessed with me lately. He doesn't want to ever let me go. Say hi, Georgie. All right, here I go. And my hour is up. I was on my third otter and I was just finishing up the ears. So I will chat with you guys while I finish making his ears. I actually got a lot further into this otter than I expected to. I didn't think I would be able to do almost 3, like so close to getting the third one done. But I think the reason why is because I have done this pattern a handful of times, and so I kind of knew what to expect going into it. I've you to do like a little shortcut instead of creating ears and attaching them on after, to just sew them into the head instead. So I surface crochet them onto the head of the otter, and that speeds up the process a little bit. As you can see, it cuts down a lot of time instead of like creating the ear and then sewing it to the head. And just small steps like that, I find, make projects a lot quicker and smoother to go. I also use, so I have my resin hook that I create it with, but I use my metal hook when I'm sewing in ends and everything. I like to use a hook sometimes to weave in those ends instead of a needle. And the reason why I do that is because the resin hooks they're not strong enough to be like manipulating the yarn necessarily for like this part of the work. And so I use the metal hook just because it's a little bit rougher on the hook, and that way I preserve my hook instead of like breaking the head off of it, which I have done before. I learned my lesson pretty quick when I broke the head off of my first one, so I don't do that anymore. But with that said, I did have to use this yarn for my last otter, and this otter, the 5th row, because you do 5 rows of the lighter color, the 5th row ended up being like 4.5 rows, but in the hour I got my 3 otters done, or like 2 and like pretty much 3. I'm gonna call it 3. So I got my 3 otters done in my hour, and that is it for tonight. So I am pretty much restocked on my otters for my next market, which makes me happy. And I will talk to you all later. Comment down below, let me know what you think I should do for my next 1 hour video. If you have any patterns that you would like me to try out, remember just to make them free ones. That way everyone can do these. This otter pattern is from Instagram. I will link the pattern down below. If you got all the way through, give me your favorite sea creature. I'm not sure there's otters, but I know there's a beaver, so you can add a beaver for an emoji. And like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends, do all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!